Window. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Happy, positive, productive Tuesday. There we go. Hope all is well, family. Tonight's gonna be a really, really good night. I'll give people a second to come on in here. Let's get it. Let's go. Shouts to my guy, the Offense TV. Credit Play Solutions was good. Levance AG was good. Carrie, what's going on, my brother? Claude, what's going on? Miss McGaw, what's going on? Leave it up to us. How y'all feeling? Tonight is going to be an amazing night, y'all. We are going to be talking credit and box trucking. This is going to be a class for... What's going on, family? Tonight is going to be a great night. We talking credit and box trucking. Waiting for my guy to come on in here, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling from there. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Let's get it. We're talking credit and box trucking here tonight, y'all. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and invite to join. Tonight is going to be a great night. As you guys know, I always come on here and try and provide y'all as much value as I possibly can about any and all things personal and business credit. But listen, what good is a tool if you don't have a place to leverage it, to invest and make some cash flow? And what better industry than the box trucking industry with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Jabbar Williams? What's going on, brother?
What's up, bro? How you doing tonight?
Listen, man, I'm blessed and highly favored, but if I was any better, I'd probably be you. How's everything on your end?
I'm all right. Can't complain. Life is great.
There you go. There we go. Extremely excited to get connected with you. I got to say, man, from the last time that you and I got connected on when we did the interview, it went crazy, by the way. We currently see that 10,000 views and counting. I have people hit me up left, people hit me up right, asking for a part two, asking for more information, asking for more games. So I reached out to you. I said, hey, listen, man, we got to give the people what they want. We got to give the people what they want. You know, I'm all about providing as much value as I can when it comes to personal credit and business credit. But what you do is special. You teach the people, okay, once they get the credit, how they can leverage it to go ahead and create cash flow in what you specialize in, which is the box trucking arena. So before we get into the game that we're going to break down for people step by step, for those who may be jumping on here right now, who may not be familiar with you, who exactly is Box Truck Shorty?
Box Truck Shorty is my, branded name that I came up with. But basically what I do is, man, I show people how to get in with Amazon Relay, going the rental route. So you don't basically have to purchase a vehicle. No CDL, no credit check, no background check or anything like that, and just make some money. You know what I'm saying? So I show people how to, get on with Amazon Relay and jump into the logistics industry.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And once again, the reason why I gravitate toward you so much, man, because as you know, longevity in the space is extremely important, right? We want to be able to have individuals like yourself that are new to this, that are true to this, but more importantly, that have not only had success in the space themselves, but for you, you've helped hundreds, if not thousands of people, not only get started in this space, but monumental success. Talk about some of the wins that people who have come under you and come through your program have had in the box trucking space through leveraging things like Amazon Relay and so much more.
Man, it's not a week that gonna go by that I speak to somebody and they tell me how I changed their life or how they're so happy that they came across my page on social media or whatever. But that, you know what I'm saying? Everything, don't get me wrong, I made a lot of money doing Amazon Relay, but I would say my biggest blessing, man, is helping other people. You know, no matter from real estate to even right now, I wanted to be able to help people, be able to give back, be able to show people that they can make money outside of a 9-to-5. So I guess, man, like even my cousin, you know what I'm saying, the one that came up there when we came to New York, him.
Shout out Wiz.
Yep, Box Truck Wiz. My best friend Akeem, being able to take him out of his job and help him create his own business. He's my first driver, but just to see him blossom and see him grow and see him make money, man, that's like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You put everybody around you on, that's a dope feeling.
That's it, man. It's no better success than knowing that you've been able to put people in position to have the same level and sometimes even more success than you.
Right.
It doesn't get better than that. Yeah. Now, one of my first questions for you before we jump into some of the stuff with credit and trucking, to get started in this space, how much capital do you normally need to get started in this box trucking industry?
I always tell people $5,000 to be safe, but of course, you know, the more the merrier. But a minimum of at least $5,000 to get you up and running. If you're going the rental route. Now, if you want to purchase a truck, then you're going to need a lot more capital. You're going to need, you know, that down payment money, or you know, the financing aspect of it, and that's where the, you know, the business credit part comes into play.
And that was a big reason why I wanted to sit down with you, because not even just in trucking, but in so many different arenas, whether we're talking real estate, whether we're talking consulting, e-commerce, whatever it may be, you need capital to not only start, but also to scale businesses. Point blank period. Now, I don't know if you're seeing this on your side with a lot of the different students and mentees that you've coached, but in my arena, there are a lot of people that want to get into box trucking, into consulting, into e-commerce, and they can't because their credit isn't where it needs to be, right? In order for them to now go ahead and leverage and invest in industries like yours. So that's why I really wanted to get on here and get on this live, because I want to provide so much value on this live. People leave crying because they done spent $5,000 somewhere else, and they got twice as much information just from being on here in the live with Box Shorty and Marvin Francois. Can we do that? Can we make that happen? Is that possible?
Most definitely.
Okay, beautiful. So here's what I want to do. I'm the credit guy. You're the box trucking specialist. I want to show people, if you're on this live right now, whether you're on by way of my audience or Box Truck Shorty, I want to show you guys how you can, if you're not in position to get funding to start investing in the box trucking space, how you can repair your credit for yourself so you don't have to pay another company. And then from there, once your credit is repaired, where you can go to get access to the funding, regardless of whatever city or state that you're in. And once I finish teaching them how to get anywhere between $30,000 to $50,000 in funding, I'm going to give you the floor to show them step by step how they can take that bag and start investing. Now that sounds like a beautiful Tuesday night to me. I don't know what that sounds like to you, but let's do it. Now listen, if you're on this chat live call right now, and that sounds like an amazing class for y'all to be on here, somebody drop some fire emojis in the chat right now. I want to know if that sounds like a valuable Tuesday night to y'all. Just drop some fire emojis in the chat right now, because I'm about to give it away. I don't got nothing to hold back. I'm ready to give them the game. I'm ready to drop it on them. So listen, let's do this.
Yeah, because I get so many people, man, asking me about business credit, funding, personal credit. I'm a guru in my area, but business credit, I don't know a lot about. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad that you are on here, so you can give this information and knowledge to my, you know, my followers as well.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. So let's first start off with this, right? When we talk about business credit, before we can get to the business credit side, we have to start with personal. Because one of the biggest things that I run into with entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs that try to invest in industries like yours is their personal credit isn't where it needs to be. So, and they ask me, Marv, is it possible for me to get funding to start investing if my personal credit is bad? The answer to that question is an unequivocal no. If your personal credit is not right, it's going to be damn near impossible for you to get funding, because the best business credit products that are with the best banks and lenders are on the other side of you being able to leverage your personal credit. So the first thing I want to do is I want to be able to teach everyone on here how to clean their credit up quick, fast, and in a hurry, so we can start getting to the funding, right? So the first thing that y'all want to do, very simple, very easy. You want to go ahead and tackle whatever negative items on your credit report and get them removed, right? Some of the most common negative items that people have, whether it be people that you're running into that are trying to get funding and they can't because their personal credit isn't where it needs to be, are things like collections, late payments, charge-offs, repossessions. What most people don't know is that there are laws that actually protect them to where they can leverage it to get those negative items removed like that. But the reason they don't know is because the education was never provided to them, right? So the two laws that anyone on this class right now can go ahead and Google right now and go ahead and use those laws in a dispute letter.
Well, your pen,
listen,
well, you know,
pen and paper out. Pen and paper out. I'm giving it all away, right?
The two laws that asking me. So I don't know. He knows. Go ahead.
Here you go. I'm gonna give it all away, right? So if you're in the process of either paying a company thousands of dollars, or if you don't want to pay a company thousands of dollars and you want to do it for yourself and by yourself, super simple, super easy way for you to restore your credit. Walk with me. And make sure you guys are taking notes. If you need time to grab a pen or paper, I'll make sure I repeat myself. But if you have one, make sure you write this down. Very, very important. Super simple. You're going to Google 15 USC 1681 EB. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it slow so they can hear me, Boxer Shorty. 15 USC 1681 EB. So that's a law that basically states that everything that is on your credit report that comes from Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax is supposed to be 100% accurate. That's me breaking down that law in layman's terms. Once they Google it, they'll say the full-on law. But that's basically what that law says in layman's terms. whether it's a collection, whether it's a charge off, whether it's a bankruptcy, a repo, inquiry, all of the things on your credit report have to be 100% accurate, right? Now, the problem is most people don't know, and this is a real bit very important. 80+% of the information on their credit report isn't accurate. There are different things connected to these collections and to these charge-offs that people can go ahead and leverage to go ahead and get those items removed, but they don't understand how to identify inaccuracies. Let me give them a couple different inaccuracies that they can look for on their credit report, right? So that they can go ahead and leverage to get those items removed. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, yes, most definitely.
We want to make sure.
One thing about life and man being successful is never stop being a student. I'm a student right now, so if you see me being quiet, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm taking.
Listen, we learn. We first we learn and then we earn. So this is the learning part. So we can go out and get the funding, so we can start earning in the trucking space, right?
Right.
So
yes.
I gave y'all the law, the 15 USC 1681 EB, right? Different inaccuracies that you guys can start looking for is number one, if you have a closed account on your credit report that's open, or an open account on your report that you know is closed and it's negative, that's an inaccuracy, because the credit reporting agencies is saying it's showing as one thing when it's actually another. If you have an account where the account number isn't being reported in full. So this is another gem that most people don't even know, right? So if you're signed up with Identity IQ or My Free Score Now, or even Experian or Credit Karma, like most people are, right? And you go in the account number section and you see it says 12345 XXX. A lot of people don't know. If you call Chase, you call Citibank, you ask them for your account number, they're not going to tell you that it's 12345 XXX. That's technically an inaccuracy that you can use to now have that negative account removed from your credit report, right? If you have a different payment history showing, so a lot of times people have late payments, but TransUnion will say that the account is being paid on time. Equifax is saying that it's late, and Experian will be saying something totally different. That's another point of attack that you can now leverage to go ahead and have those negative items removed. So once you're able to identify those different negative items on the report, now you can use the first law I gave you, which was 15 USC 1681 EB, and take that law, highlight those inaccuracies in your credit report, and then from there, now you're going to use another law to pair with it, right, when you're putting together your dispute letter. So what I'm doing is I'm giving them the information so that they can put the dispute letter together themselves, so they don't have to pay another company, whether it's my company or anyone else's, thousands upon thousands of dollars. So I gave y'all the first law, right, which is 15 USC 1681 EB, which basically says if it's on your report, it has to be 100% accurate across the board. The next law that I want to make sure they get, and make sure y'all writing this down, I'm going to say it slow. And if you're watching, drop it in chat so that everyone else can make sure that they get it if they're not able to take notes. The next law is going to be,
somebody can put it in the bottom, we pin it. That,
if you're watching, and if you can, drop it in chat so that someone else in chat can get it. The next law we want to make sure that they get is 15 USC 1681 I-5. I'm going to say it one more time. 15 USC 1681 I-5. So shout outs to Soul of African of a Trini gal. There you go. She dropped the first one. So 15 USC 1681 EB, perfect. The next one is 15 USC 1681 I-5. You have those two laws, you're cooking with Crisco. I'm gonna say it one more time. 15 USC 1681 EB and 15 USC 1681 I-5. Shout outs to Lenny Max. Perfect. Perfect. Now, the first law, 15 USC 1681 EB, says that whenever something is being reported on your report, it has to be 100% accurate across the board. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The second law says that if something isn't being reported accurately on your report, by law, the credit reporting agencies have to do one of two things. They either have to update it and make it accurate, or they have to go ahead and remove it expeditiously. No ifs, ands, or buts. So the first step is getting the first law, which is 15 USC 1681 EB. The second step is identifying what inaccuracies you have on your report. The third step is you take 15 USC 1681 I-5 to highlight and say, hey, listen, I got these inaccuracies connected to these collections, these late payments, these charge-offs. By law, this is not supposed to be here. Go ahead and get it removed. You can literally Google both those laws, copy and paste them into a letter with the highlighted negative accounts that you're going ahead and trying to get removed, and you can get those removed within anywhere between 60 to 90 days. Simple and plain. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You didn't have to pay a company thousands upon thousands of dollars to do it. You have to go and you bang your head against the wall and figure out the laws. I'm giving to you guys live in real time right here and right now. So I'm going to say it one more time. And if you're hearing it and you can, drop it in chat. 15 USC 1681 EB and 15 USC 1681 I-5. Jabbar, let me know if you're still with me. I don't know if I'm going too fast. I want to make sure I'm giving.
I'm listening. I wrote them down myself.
Listen.
I know somebody go inbox me at the end of the show, or asking me how to get it. I'm like, look, I don't know the code, but I got the code. I actually wrote the codes down myself. Me too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all are still rocking with me, all I need y'all to do is just drop a win in chat right now. If you're still with me, because we just getting started. Jabbar's over there. He's cooking. He got his feet up. He's waiting to go. He's letting me do what I got to do. I want to make sure I give y'all everything you need so that you can go out and get the funding and go out and start investing in your own box trucking business. But if y'all are with me right here, right now, just drop a win in chat right now. I want to make sure y'all are listening, y'all are paying attention, y'all are getting value from this. And also, everyone on here, if you're an entrepreneur, aspiring entrepreneur, that means you know at least 5 other people that are also interested in business as well. So what that means is you should be sending this live out to at least 3 to 5 other people you know would also get value from this as well. Because we about to give it all away. Somebody gonna be upset after this class. Somebody gonna DM me, or they gonna DM Boxer Shorty, be like, why you over here giving away all the information I give in my mentorship? What's wrong with that? So I'm just letting y'all know. Make sure you send this to at least 3 to 5 other people because we just getting started, right?
Yes, sir. Cool. Let's go.
Now, I taught them a way to how they can clean their credit in 30 to 90 days. Simple, easy, cookie cutter. Mm-hmm. Now their credit is clean. Now they can go out and put themselves in position to go and get the funding. But before we do that, there's still another step. We need to make sure their business is structured properly, right?
Well, you go to that.
Let's do it.
So people that don't know how the credit works, how many credit bureaus it is, because a lot of people that's probably completely new, they need to send it to all 3 of the credit bureaus, correct? Okay.
1,000%. So to answer that question, there are more than 3 credit reporting agencies, but the main ones that affect our ability to go out and get things like funding are Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, right? Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So there are other ones like Innovis. There are other ones like LexisNexis. So a lot of people don't, and I actually have the access. There are secondary credit reporting agencies that actually affect your ability to go out, that actually contribute to certain negative items you have on your credit report. Let me give them a gem. See, I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you brought it up, let me give them a gem. Let me give them a little something. If you have a medical collection on your credit report, not only are you going to send a dispute letter to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, you're also going to send that dispute letter I just showed y'all how to put together to MIB Incorporated. Make sure y'all write it in chat. MIB Incorporated. MIB Incorporated is a credit agency that contributes to medical collections that may or may not be on your credit report. MIB Incorporated. You can Google it as soon as we get off of here. And if y'all want to help everyone else out that's on this chat, make sure you drop it inside chat as well. MIB Incorporated. Let me give them one more. If you have old utility bills on your credit report, right? So a gas bill, water bill, light bill, electric bill, right? Things was tough at the time, and now that it's on your credit report, you're also going to send those letters to NCTUE. Say it one more time. NCTUE. That's a credit reporting agency that can contribute to utility accounts that you may or may not have on your credit report. Right? So MIB Incorporated, if you have medical collections on your credit report, and NCTUE, if you have accounts like utilities on your credit report that you want to go ahead and get removed. So MIB Incorporated, NCTUE. And if you guys stay to the end, I'll give you 2 or 3 other ones that you could also use on top of that. But I want to get to the business side. Let's go to the business side. Let's go to the business. So we took care of the personal credit. Personal credit is beautiful. Now let's go ahead and get the business set up. I'm going to now let me teach them. We want to go ahead and get them funding. I'm going to teach them now how they can set up a business that can get them access to $30,000 to $50,000 in funding with less than $300. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say it slow.
That's that. Y'all listening?
Listen, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it slow. Your credit is good now. I just gave you a blueprint on how to go ahead and clean your credit. You're good. With less than $300, I'm gonna teach you how to properly right now, how to properly structure a business so y'all can go out and get the $30,000 and $50,000 in funding to go invest in trucking. I'm gonna break it down super simple, super plain. So, All Sun National said, "Lord have mercy." Listen, I'm giving it away. I'm giving it away. Somebody gonna DM me after this and be like, what's wrong with you? What you on? I gotta give it away. So let's break it down. It's very simple, folks. This is how you structure your business with less than $300 to put yourself in position to get $30,000 to $50,000 in funding. Make sure you guys walk with me. First is going to be your business name. This is absolutely free. You're just going to check with your Secretary of State. So whether you're in Florida, whether you're in Miami, Florida, Texas, California, Georgia, wherever it may be. You're going to Google whatever state that you're in, type in Secretary of State. And if you have a business name that you're looking to give your business, go ahead and look that business up to make sure that another entrepreneur doesn't have it. Why? Because you don't want to create an LLC under a business name that someone else already has. It's going to hurt your ability to go out and get the funding, right? So we want to go out and get a business name, just checking to make sure it's available. That's absolutely free. Next thing that we want to do after that is we want to go ahead and get our business address. Now, Boxer Shorty, this is one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make, and I want everyone to pay attention here. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of business owners make when they get their business address, they go ahead and get it set up under their home address because they don't have an actual brick and mortar. Let me teach y'all a way to work around that. You're going to get what's called a virtual office. Very simple, folks. A virtual office is basically where you can rent an office space in a commercial building or whatever state that you're in and use that address to get your business set up, right? So you guys are going to go ahead and look into, there are three different programs out there. I'm going to give y'all the most cost-efficient one that I use right now. You're going to use a website called anytimemailbox.com. I'm going to say it again. Anytimemailbox.com, right? Anytimemailbox.com is going to help you get a business address for your business. And someone said no PO box. This is not a PO box, so you don't have to worry about that. It's a real building with a real mailing address. Anytimemailbox.com, and you guys are going to go ahead and be able to get a virtual office set up for your business, and it's only going to cost you $10 a month. $10 a month. That's literally, what is that, like 20 cents a day, like 10, 20 cents a day.
Yeah, that's
Anytimemailbox.com. That's the another one. If you don't want to use Anytime Mailbox, let me give you another one, and this is a gem. OpusVirtualOffices.com. OPUS virtualoffices.com. Here's why this one is a gem. Opus Virtual Offices is one of the only virtual offices that allow you to get set up with them, and the monthly payments you make for that virtual office can be used to build business credit. A lot of people don't know that. OpusVirtualOffices.com. It's a little bit more expensive than Anytime Mailbox, but you guys have those two options. So if you're going for cost efficiency, Anytime Mailbox. If you're going for building business credit, you go to Opus Virtual Offices. So those are the two. After that, you're going to go ahead and get your business email and your business phone number set up. Very simple, y'all. You're going to go to Google for both of these things. Well, you're going to go to Google for both of these things. So for your business email, that's only going to cost you $9 a month. And we don't want to use our personal email address. We don't want, stunting like my daddy 97@gmail.com. None of that, right? info@whatever your company name is.com, right? support@whatever your company name is.com. Google's only going to charge you $9 a month from that, and you're also going to get your business phone number from Google as well, and they're only going to charge you about $6 for that, anywhere between $6 to $8 a month for that, right? Now, when you go to Google to get your phone number, you're going to go to Google and you're going to go to Google Voice, right? Google Voice to go ahead and get that set up. So Google Domain to get your business email, Google Voice to go ahead and get your business phone number. Roughly about $15 max between both of those to get your business email, your business phone number set up. Let me know if you're still with me, Jabbar.
I'm with you. I'm taking notes. I tell you, I'm a student, man.
Listen,
I'm a student.
I'm ready. I want to free the people, right? we got in there. Cool. Next, after that, we're going to go ahead and get our business website set up. Now, when it comes to our business website, keep it super simple, y'all. You're going to go to Fiverr.com. You're going to find a freelancer overseas, and all you're going to pay them is anywhere between like $100 to $125 to get it set up. The reason why the business website is so important, a lot of people don't know when they're filling out their business credit applications, the banks are looking for things like this to verify the legitimacy of your business. So if you don't have a business website set up, that could be the difference between you getting $10,000 in funding and $20,000 in funding. That's a $10,000 difference. I don't know about y'all. I want my $10,000. I want my $20,000. I need that every day on Sunday, twice on a Wednesday, right? So we want to make sure that that's in place, right? So we want to go ahead and get our business website set up. You can find somebody overseas, and it costs you no more than about $100 to $125 tops. Less than that, depending on how deep you want to get with your research or potentially finding somebody, right? So we have our business name, we have our email or phone number, our website, we have our address. Then after that, now we go ahead and we get our LLC set up, right? So a lot of times what people do is they set the LLC up first, then they figure out the address and the phone number. We set the LLC up after all of those things, because if you don't, that's why a lot of people use their personal assets to set their LLC up in the beginning. So you didn't set your address up with Anytime Mailbox. You didn't set your email and your phone number up. So when you were filling out the application to get your LLC, of course you're going to use your home address. Of course you're going to use your phone number and all these other different things. So now we're going to go ahead and get our LLC set up. Your LLC is going to be comprised of 3 different components. You're going to get your articles of organization. You're going to go to bizee.com. 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 Okay? The beautiful thing about Bizee, most people use LegalZoom to get their LLC set up. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make, because LegalZoom is going to charge you an arm and a leg for things that are absolutely free. Do not use LegalZoom. Bizee.com is not going to charge you anything extra beyond whatever your state filing fee is to get your LLC set up. Next after that, you're going to go ahead and get your EIN. That's free, right? Your EIN is free. You're going to go to the irs.gov website. They're not going to charge you anything. It takes you 5 minutes to get your EIN. You're good. And then the last component of your LLC that most people actually forget is your operating agreement. So your operating agreement is the paperwork that makes your LLC an LLC, right? It's the paperwork that makes your LLC an LLC. So when it comes to your operating agreement, you do not have to pay anybody to get this set up for y'all. All you guys have to do is literally Google operating agreement template. You can find one online and just plug in your business information and just keep it tucked away on a Google Drive folder somewhere. And you're good to go, cooking like Crisco. Promise you. So let me just go through that once again. I want to make sure they got it, Jabbar. They got business name, that's free. Email and phone number, that's going to cost you $15 altogether. Your business address is $10 a month, right? Your business website is going to cost you about $100 to $125. Your articles of organization, your EIN, your operating agreement. There's 7 different things that you need to get your LLC set up for less than $300. If you have all of those things in place, not only is it going to cost you less than $300, but I can absolutely positively guarantee you, if your personal credit is set up and you got all those things for your business, you'll be able to walk in and out of any bank and get a minimum of $50,000 in funding, guaranteed.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? That's all.
If I'm lying, I'm crying.
Y'all hear that?
If I'm lying, I'm crying, and I haven't cried since I came out the womb. I'm trying to tell you. So before I keep going, can I? You sure?
I got
okay,
you.
Cool.
I got you.
And by the way, someone said those 6 again, so I'm gonna give them again. But real quick, if you're just coming in, comment the word "win" if you're receiving value from this call so far. Comment the word "win" because somebody said, "Woo!" I haven't even told them where to go get the funding yet. I just gave them the basics. I didn't even tell them where to go get the money yet. But if you've received value from being here somewhere, and we haven't even let Jabbar speak, oh my God, I'll run off this live right now. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. Business name. So you're gonna go to your Secretary of State. Business email and phone number. You're gonna go through Google. You're gonna go and get your business website through Fiverr. Okay. Your business address, you can do Opus, OPUS. Or you can go ahead and do anytime mailbox. Opus will actually allow you to use your monthly payments to build business credit, right? Anytime mailbox won't allow you to do that, but it's one of the cheapest options and it's legit. No PO boxes. You get your articles of organization, you get your EIN, you get your operating agreement, you're good to go. So those are the 7. Now, I taught them how to clean their credit, right? I taught them how to structure the business. Now let's go out and get the funding, right? Let's do this. Now, here's the deal, right? What I wanted to do coming on here is I just wanted to give them banks that they could go to. But the problem with that, Jabbar, is if I give them the banks to go to, some people are going to comment back and say, this bank isn't available in my state, and this bank isn't available in my state. My goal here tonight is I want to eliminate as many excuses as possible and create as much opportunities as possible, right? So if it's okay with you, anybody could come on here and give banks. Is it okay if I give them 3 databases that they could use tonight to find banks in whatever city or state that they're in right here, right now? I'm
pretty sure they will gladly agree that. So they ain't got to blow you up or blow me up.
They don't got to DM me talking about what about this bank or I can't find. Listen, if it's okay with y'all for me to give y'all 3, these are databases we use in my company right now. If it's okay for me to give y'all 3 databases you could use tonight to find banks and credit unions in whatever state that you're in, just comment the word "win" and I'll go ahead and give it to y'all right now, man. And I'll tell you how you can go ahead and use those databases here tonight. If that's all right. I don't want to do too much.
No, man. I don't
want to feel like I'm talking somebody ear off. I don't know. I came here to I want to help. I don't know.
You
sure?
Bro, because I mean, not a lot of people give back You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give back the free game, the free information. So you just gave them the whole free nutshell. So if you don't get business funding and you can't fix your own personal credit and get it up and running, I don't know what to tell you. He just gave you the step-by-step play, how to clean your personal credit, how to go structure your business. Now he about to tell you how to go get the money. That's all. Hey, what else can we do but walk in the bank and get the money for them?
That's it.
You know?
That's it. And listen, if I could, I would, but I can't. So I'm gonna just give. So listen, I'm not gonna waste you guys' time and say go to this bank, go to this bank. I'm gonna give you the exact database that I'm using in my company right now. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, that you can leverage tonight. Not next week, next month. I'm talking about you can have the live in one hand, computer in the other hand, and you going ahead and finding the banks. Well, make sure y'all write this down. Here we go. The first database that y'all want to go to, and if you can, drop it in chat so that everyone else can get it. Bankbranchlocator.com. Bankbranchlocator.com. Say it 2 more times. Bankbranchlocator.com. Say it 1 more time. Bankbranchlocator.com. So with bankbranchlocator.com, Jabbar, what's going to happen with this database is they're going to be able to find banks within 1, 5, 10, and 25 miles of whatever city or state that they live in. Right? Not only are they going to be able to find banks within 1, 5, 10, and 25 miles of whatever state they live in, this website also lets you know the exact address of the banks, the operating hours of the banks, and the direct contact information of the banks. So what you guys are going to do is, if you're in Michigan, you're going to use this resource to find banks within your area. And then from there, you're going to find these banks. You're going to get the contact information of these banks and call them directly to find out what credit reporting agency they pull from, and also how you can come in and establish a relationship with them so you can go out and start going out and getting funding. So I'm going to say that again, bankbranchlocator.com. And that's only one of the 3. I still got 2 more to give y'all. Bankbranchlocator.com. Say it 1 more time. Bankbranchlocator.com. And make sure y'all are writing it down or put it in chat.
Yes, somebody put it in there. Okay,
there you go.
yes.
Perfect. That's the first one. Now, that's a great resource, but here's the problem with that. The problem with that resource is that it only gives you banks. It doesn't give them credit unions. So somebody's going to go to that resource. And remember, I told you, I want to eliminate excuses and create opportunities. Somebody's going to go to that resource and they're going to come back in here and be like, well, where's the credit? The banks are here, but I want to go get some funding from credit unions too. What's going on, Marv? Let me do this. Let me give you a second database that's going to give you credit unions and banks. So the first one gives you banks. The second one's going to give you credit unions and banks. And Jabbar, you got your phone up. If you want to look me up to make sure I'm not lying.
Oh, no, I don't. Trust me. I know you ain't lying.
I'll lie for you before I lie to you. I'll lie for you before I lie to you. So I want to make sure y'all are walking with me while I'm talking to y'all. Listen to me. First one is Bank Branch Locator. Second one is going to give you banks and credit unions. Make sure y'all write this down. The second one is going to be ibanknet.com. Say it a couple more times. ibanknet.com. 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 Somebody drop it in chat right now. ibanknet.com. And I'm going to explain how this one works next. So at ibanknet.com, this is a resource that's going to allow you guys to not only find banks, but also credit unions as well in whatever city or state that you live in. And just like Bank Branch Locator, this resource is going to allow you to get not only they're going to give you the direct information in terms of the location and the bank address and phone number, they're also going to give you the bank behind the scenes as well in terms of how much money that bank makes. What is the different information they're looking for from you as a consumer so you can go ahead and establish a relationship with everything you need from top to bottom is going to be on ibanknet.com. And if we had enough time, I'd show you guys in real time, but I'm going to give you guys a resource you can go ahead and start taking action on it tonight. So I'm going to say it one more time. ibanknet.com. ibanknet.com. Okay? Now, watch this. Here's another problem that they're going to have. They're going to take ibanknet.com. Banknet.com, they're going to be like, all right, you gave me the credit unions. But here's the problem with credit unions. Most people don't know credit unions are specific to certain groups of individuals. Not everybody can get access to credit unions and go and get funding, right? Mark, what do I do now? You gave me this amazing resource, but I can't even go to half of these credit unions. They're not allowing me. If it's okay with you, and if it's okay with everyone else in here, I gave you one resource that's going to give you banks. I gave you another resource that's going to give you banks and credit unions. Is it okay if I give them a third resource that for just a one-time payment of, I believe it's $7, is going to give them access to 30 credit unions all across the country? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
I don't,
yeah.
I don't want to do too much.
No, you
If
good.
I'm
You good.
doing too much,
No,
I'll pray us out. I'll stop talking. I'll let you speak. I don't want to do. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
nah, they here. They trust me. They here to get this business credit information. They always hear me talk about box trucks, so
Listen,
it ain't no.
let me give y'all a third resource that you can now use. I gave y'all one resource for banks, a second resource for banks and credit unions. Let me give y'all. Oh, what do you want? What do you? Oh, I think he popped out. Let me see. Give me a second. Where you went? Where you went? There you go. You don't come back on in here. Where you went? Where'd he go? There we go.
Oh, my thing cut out. Okay, I'm back.
We here. We live.
All right.
We good. So I'm gonna say the two again, and then I'm gonna give him the third one right now, and then I'm gonna pass it off to you.
Okay.
First one is bankbranchlocator.com. The second one is ibanknet.com. Make sure y'all write down this third one. So once you find the credit unions, you want to be able to get access to them. I believe it's anywhere between 7 to 13 a month. I gotta go back and double check. Excuse me, not a month. A one-time payment of $7 to $13 to get access to up to 30 credit unions. You guys are gonna go to financialfitnessassociation.org. Financialfitnessassociation.org.
Fitness association.
Financialfitnessassociation.org. So ibanknet.com for the banks. Excuse me, bankbranchlocator.com for the banks. ibanknet.com for the credit unions. Financialfitnessassociation.org for access to the credit unions. So I just gave you the full trifecta. I gave you guys how to restore your credit in 30 to 90 days. I taught you how to structure your business with less than $300 to get access to $50,000 in business funding guaranteed, and then gave you 3 databases where you get the banks, the credit unions, and access to the credit unions. So now y'all are literally in prime position right here and right now to go out and get access to it. And you know what? Before I pass it off to you, just because I love to overpromise and overdeliver, comment the word win right now before I pass it off to Jabbar. If you want me to give you one more resource that'll give you access to over 80 credit unions all throughout the country right here and right now. Just comment the word win and I'll give it away. I'll give it away. I'm sweating over here. Listen, I'm getting hot.
Man, good information. Information is everything, man. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad you on here because, like I said, I get so much questions about it, but I'm glad you on here to sum it up for them.
There you go. And somebody here, look, see, and look, you got a community action takers because I see some fellow candles that he just checked is only $8. It's nothing, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to give you a fourth resource. I'm going to get a couple wins is coming in. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you the fourth resource. The fourth one to get access to over 80 credit unions all across the United States. AmericanConsumerCouncil.org. AmericanConsumerCouncil.org, y'all. I'm going to say it a couple more times. AmericanConsumerCouncil.org. Somebody said that's chicken wing money. Listen, with the kind of money you're going to get from these financial institutions, you're going to be able to open a chicken wing spot. You understand? AmericanConsumerCouncil.org. So I'm going to go through all 4 of them again, and I'm going to pass it off to you. We covered the credit, how to clean your credit with 15 USC 1681EB and 15 USC 1681 I-5. We covered how to structure your business with less than $300 to put yourself in position to get $50,000 in funding. And then after that, I gave them not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 resources: bankbranchlocator.com, ibanknet.com, financialfitnessassociation.org, and americanconsumercouncil.org. So that means that if you were on this live here tonight, there's no reason why in 30 to 90 days, y'all shouldn't be DMing Box Truck Short and be like, yo, I'm ready to get started with the trucking right now. I'm running right now, right? So that was my portion. If y'all receive value from that, drop a win in chat right now. I'm done. Jabbar, I'm gonna give it off to you. The floor is yours.
I received a lot of information from it too. So y'all hear that. With that being said, when y'all get that money, y'all know where to go.
Let's go.
Come to I can show you how to start your business. I'm not going to bore y'all tonight with my story, but I was going to tell you a little bit. But I guess you might have a couple followers that's on here that's might be interested in starting a box truck business. So what I do is I show people how to get up and running in the logistics industry. Basically, you're gonna need, of course, you need an LLC. You can, like he just told you how to get an LLC. I paid $200 for this my LLC in the state of Georgia because I did a express LLC. Basically, the next thing you need will be an authority, which is your MC number, your DOT number, your UCR, and your BOC3. Those are the 4 components that consist of your authority that you will need to operate, you know, to do a trucking over the road, or if you're doing Amazon relay. However, since March of last year, you know, Amazon switched it to 180 days that your authority have to be up and running. But that's not a problem. I got a solution for that. Then after that, of course, you would need your insurance down payment. Your insurance down payment is based off your driving record and a little bit of your credit and whatever state you're in. Of course, you're in New York, Louisiana is kind of higher, but usually I paid $13.75 for mine. Anywhere between $1,300 and $1,500 for your insurance down payment to get you up and running. And then right now, the insurance deposit, the rental truck deposit, which is like $1,000. But if you come through that, you don't even have to put a deposit through. But I paid $1,000 for my deposit. So I started my whole company for like $3,200. But I tell people $5,000 just to be on the safe side, because when you tell people something is going to be, 32 and it's 35 or 38 for them, then they're going to be complaining. So safe side, if you have a speeding ticket or your insurance lapse, when it comes to your insurance, instead of them wanting that one payment, let's just say it's $1,300 or $1,500, they'll want 2 payments down. So that should put you close to $5,000 to get up and running. So he just told y'all he can get y'all $50,000 if y'all take those steps. So there's no reason why you can't start your business if you get $50,000. I offer an ebook, man, that's $199. And actually, just because it's Memorial Day weekend and because you gave such great information, I'm going to ebook to $149 for Memorial Day, and because my man just came on here and bless y'all, we want to give back to you guys. So $149 for my ebook. It comes with all my contacts, my factoring, dispatcher. Like anything you need to get up and running. That's what my ebook has. And then I also have a masterclass that I hold monthly. Because remember, I said in March of last year, Amazon switched their rules to 180 days, which means you have to have that MC, DOT, UCR, and BOC with insurance on it for 180 days. If you don't have it, guess what? Join my master class and I will pair you with one of my business partners for the first 180 days. You get to book all your own loads. You get to find all your own loads. It's just like you running your own ship. The only thing is that you're leased onto somebody for the 180 days while your authority matures in the background. Then after that, you start your own. You get your own bag. Once a month, like I said, I have it monthly. I skipped a month of May because it was a lot going on in the month of May, but my next one is June 8th. You can go to boxtruckshorty.com or click the link in my bio and book my consultations. I have 2-day, 3, anything you need when it comes to box truck, I can get you up and running. Go get the funding. The man told you how to go get the funding. If you want to buy a truck, because a lot of people also, because I tell people how to start off renting, but your method, show you, if you can get 50 grand, you can go buy you a truck. And I tell people, nothing wrong with buying a truck, but don't buy a truck if you spent your last $5,000 trying to buy a truck and now you don't have the money for the maintenance. So if you have, lines of credit or some funding, then it makes sense to buy a truck, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. See, now
right there, man, you done got my brain thinking.
Listen, I just try and provide as much value as I possibly can to the people. I'm excited because, once again, we come on here and do things like this because we understand what it is to be on the other side of the screen, where we just trying to get the information to break those generational curses, to break that glass ceiling that's been above us so that we can start making, we once upon a time wanted to create multi 6- and 7-figure businesses like a lot of these people on here want to do. So for us to be able to come on here and give the game that they need to go ahead and do that, it's no question. It's no question, right? Now, I got a couple questions about the trucking space.
Okay.
Because I've interviewed you, so I have some context, but people who watch this right now may not have full context.
Okay.
How much time a day do you spend running your box truck business? Because when you told me this, I almost ran out the studio.
Yeah, to be honest with you, man, less than 30 minutes, but I tell people an hour. It depends if they knew, but I spend less than 30 minutes a day because the way I set my company up, when I wake up in the morning, I set this thing called a poster truck, which tells Amazon the time the truck is available, the time is not available, the minimum I want to make per mile, the minimum amount of miles, and the maximum amount of miles. And I just set it every single morning for all of my trucks. And literally throughout the day, when Amazon book my loads, I get an email, and then my loads are booked. And that's just how simple it is. It automatically goes to my driver, so I don't have to call them or bother them or anything like that. So literally, No BS, less than 30 minutes a day running my whole entire company from my cell phone while I do what I want to do every day.
That's crazy. Now another thing too, right? You're currently based out in Georgia.
Yep.
You is if I'm in Connecticut, if I'm in New York, and I want to get started in this industry, can I only start a box trucking business in whatever city or state that I'm in, or can I be in one state and have my box truck in Georgia, in Texas, in Cali?
I help somebody in Germany. He's in the Army. He's in Germany. He started his company here, and he's running his company. Because you got to think about it. If you're not going to drive the trucks, you don't have to be where your truck's at. Like my cousin. My cousin trucks is 4 hours away. I had a guy in Cali. He puts trucks in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear, oh, well, the market is better in the Midwest, or the market is better in a certain state. Well, guess what? If you don't plan to drive that truck, put that truck anywhere you want to. You don't have to be where your truck is at. So, yes, you can start it. Matter of fact, it was somebody from Guam on one of my master classes. And she might be on here tonight. There's a lady in Jamaica. They plan to move back to Jamaica and just run their whole company from Jamaica. So you could be anywhere in the world. As long as you got Wi-Fi access, you can run your whole company.
That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Now, and the great thing about you is, once again, there's so many different ways to make money in the logistics space. A lot of people deal with the big boy 18-wheelers. You do with trucks, but you deal with a specific space within box trucks that we talk about, which is Amazon Relay. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know, how exactly does Amazon Relay work, right? Because you work specifically with them in terms of creating cash flow for your business. How can other people go ahead and get started with that as well?
Okay, well, it's two major things. When people think of Amazon, the average person they're talking about like a Sprinter van, that somebody bringing a package up to your house with a vest and a blue truck. That's Amazon, which is completely different. That you have to spend I think last time I checked was like $40,000. They set you up with some trucks. You get like a route or whatever. But that part has backgrounds. What I'm doing is we're picking up freight from a distribution center, and we either taking it to another distribution center, or we take it to a post office. So when you order something, let's say you in a place called Tupelo, Mississippi. I don't know how many people are there. I'm just using it as a reference. And let's just say there's 1,000 people there. And you want Amazon Prime and you want to order something. But Amazon don't have a facility there. Don't have a distribution center there. But you want something off of Amazon Prime. Well, what we do is we pick up that freight, take it to Alabama, drop it off at the post office, and then that postal worker will come and put that Amazon package in your mailbox. That's how Amazon is able to cover the United States without having a facility everywhere. So that's what we do. And to start with Amazon Relay, there's no background checks. You can be on parole, probation. There's no credit checks. It's super simple. But you do have to have that authority for 180 days to directly apply to them, unless you lease on to somebody else that already has an authority. That's 180 days.
So that means you mentioned no background checks, and you kind of just broke it down. That means that regardless of what my past history is, I can get started with Amazon Relay. If I have bad credit, I just taught them how to go ahead and fix it.
Right.
I taught them funding, and you're in an industry where you specialize in teaching people how to get in it, to where even if they have a criminal past, they can still go ahead and get started and make money in the space.
Yes, sir. My second driver was on parole, and I had to write a letter to his parole officer to allow him just to cross state lines. Because, my drivers are home every day, but just because he would cross a state line, he couldn't leave the state of Georgia. So he had to write a letter just for him to cross state line, just to come back into the state. But Amazon don't care who works for them, because remember, we're not going to somebody's door. Now, talk about freight that goes to somebody's door, DSP, then there's a background check. They can't send a felon or somebody with a background to somebody's door.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, two more, because I know we gave him a lot, but I got one or two more questions.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know within what you teach, there's also with Amazon, there's something, and I think you mentioned it before. I know we talked about when we sat on our interview. What exactly is peak season? How does peak season work when it comes to dealing with Amazon?
Good question. Peak season is just like the mall. So peak season starts in the middle, the third week of November. That's when basically Amazon rates usually double or triple. Depends on your area. Most of the place double or triple, but it lasts from the second November to the first week in January. And a load, let's say a load is 150, 160 miles and it's paying $600. Well, during peak season, that same load could be paying $1,200, $1,500 for that same exact load, because so much freight is coming in that Amazon got to get it moved. But outside of peak season, they have this thing called Prime Day, which is in July this year and is in October. That's the same thing they do. They let people have Prime for free for 2 days. The last 2 times, Amazon did $12 billion in 2 days. So guess what happens to all of that freight? Even though it's just 2 days, for the month of July, we get peak season rates for 3 weeks. Because when you order stuff, that freight builds up. So the same thing happened in July, same thing happens in October. So that's why I was telling people, get ready for peak season. I mean, peak day, Amazon Prime Day in July. So that's another lick right there.
Listen, so now we know how to get the funding. We know we want to get started with Amazon. Where do we even go to get the truck in the first place? Whether we want to lease or whether we want to finance, where do we go to get these trucks?
Well, it's like I would say it's a couple major ones. There could go a little one, a local one, but the ones I like is Enterprise, of course. You got Budget, you got Penske, and you got Ryder. So those are like the big four rental companies when it comes to box trucks. And what you need a 26-foot box truck with a lift gate. So you can't, and they still do 16-foot with Amazon. So Amazon Relay, you could do a 16-foot box truck, which is considered a cube truck, which is smaller. You could do a box truck, and they also do semis and power only. So, I mean, if you got a CDL and you got a tractor, you can make money with that as well.
I love it.
Ain't going nowhere, man. You have people up and down talk about stuff. Same thing with real estate. People always talking about you can't make money doing this, you can't make money doing this. Man, you can make money if what? You have the correct information.
Come on now.
Funding and business credit. Like, you can write a letter. Think about this. If somebody wanted to dispute something on their credit report and they're like, oh, this is not right, and they just wrote a letter, oh, this is not right, it ain't gonna come off. But if you have the information to get it off, that's key.
That's it.
That's it.
So we got the truck now. I just saw someone drop in a comment that lines up perfectly with my next question. How did you personally go about finding the drivers for your trucks, for your trucking business?
My first driver was my best friend. That's the guy. I convinced him to leave his job. You know what I'm saying? He was working 70, 80 hours a week. I ain't gonna say he was working there, but he wasn't making good money. And I was like, man, look, come work for me. And that's a huge thing, to convince your best friend to come work for you. And this is while I still had a 9-to-5. So he was my first driver. My second driver, I had my trucks. No, I had my 2 trucks in the back. So my second driver was driving around and saw the trucks in the back and said, hey, man, what you doing? Why these trucks are back here? And that's the guy that was on parole. That was my driver. And then, so now after that, what I use is Facebook Marketplace, Indeed, Craigslist. It's super easy to find a driver, because also if you don't know where to find one, grab my ebook. I have a job description in there that most people, all they do is copy, paste it, put their company name, company email, post it on Indeed, and I guarantee you in a day or two, you will have 30 to 40 applicants. That's how easy it is to find a driver. Because it's not.
You making it sound too easy.
It is.
What's the catch? What's the catch, box truck shorty?
Is a lot of people, what they do is this one thing. I can give them the information all day, but if they don't apply the information, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell people this right here. Let's just say you got 100 people that went to Yale. 100 people ain't gonna be successful, even if they were lawyers. Everybody get a law degree, ain't gonna be successful. That grind, the knowledge, the information, and becoming obsessed. You might have to tweak it a little bit different in your area, but I'm giving you the blueprint. I don't even have a course to be honest with you, like I said, I've helped thousands of people. The only thing I can say is most people are successful if you follow it. Of course, look, do this. Just like what you gave them the blueprint. You ain't gave them no gray area like, hey man, go figure out what code to put. This is the code to put. You need your authority, come to me. I got the person. You need your insurance, I have a broker. You need the truck rental, this is how to get it. You need gas cards, this is who you call. It's a step-by-step.
And once again, that's why this collaboration was so important, because I could have been prideful and say, I want to teach my community about trucking. I ain't going to message no box truck. Let me go ahead and go on Google. I'm going to go pull these articles from Wikipedia. I'm going to teach the people. But I don't have the experience. I don't have the expertise that you've had in being in this industry for years. And on the flip side too, right?
Right. I'm familiar with business credit, but not to the extent to you. You the box truck shorty of business credit. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not going, I stay in my lane. And that's for people too. Sometimes people always just try to do too much. Just do what works for you. If it works for you, then stay in your lane. I'm gonna always get an expert or a mentor. If I need business funding, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna holler at somebody that's an expert in that field.
That's it. And if I want somebody to come on and teach the expertise around getting a box truck space, why would I spend hours and months and years trying to learn when you've already done it for me? And I can and bring you on here to literally teach people step by step, especially if you have a track record of already showing other people. Right. So that's why it was so important for me to put this live together. I know that everyone on here received immense amounts of value from us being on here. I know we got to get off in like about the next 2 to 3 minutes, but before we do, you talked about your ebook. Just for those who have stumbling and tumbling in now, who didn't get a chance to hear earlier, let the people know where they can go ahead and tap in with some of the resources that you have in place so they can get started in this space.
They can reach me at boxtruckshorty.com, or if you're on Instagram, I'm on Instagram at boxtruckshorty. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, like all platforms at boxtruckshorty. But once again, I have a master class. A lot of people ask me this question: do I have a mentorship? No, I have a master class. That's a one-day class. It's 7 to 8 hours. I'm not gonna lie, it's long. But you can have some people in the DMs already. It's a long class, but you're not gonna get this information nowhere else on the internet for $9.99. It's $9.99, and it comes with the ebook. It comes with leasing on options. I mean, if you're trying to get up and running, that's the best way. Or if you can't afford it, you can grab my ebook. My ebook, like I said, is normally $199, but if you're watching this video or watching a replay, it's normally it's gonna be $149 till Monday for Memorial Day weekend. But that comes with all my plays as well. And if you already purchased my ebook prior, I'll let you in the masterclass for $750. All you got to do is send an email to info@boxtruckshorty.com. We'll send you an invoice and get you in there, man. Get you up and running.
Here's the thing. You said something. I want to make sure I comment on it. You said that the masterclass is 7 to 8 hours long. You were letting people know, like, hey, man, it's, the class is a little long. Let me ask you something. If I'm in a situation where I'm trying to create a multi 6 to 7 figure business, or invest in something that's going to create residual income to where I can run this business from anywhere in the world and have thousands upon thousands of dollars pouring in that I can use to support myself and my family, I could find 7 to 8 hours.
I know.
You understand? I got 7 to 8 hours to dedicate.
Right. What else you gonna be doing? Watching the football game, the basketball game? You know what I'm saying? Change your life.
Look, bro, I don't care if the class is 15 hours. If you have the information that I need to change the trajectory of my family's legacy moving forward, I need 24. I need 24 because I got nowhere else to be. This is it. This is what I'm saying.
And look, as you see my witness, man, look, I got people that's been in my class that's in my thing. Like I never hide. I have the most comments, the most testimonials.
Yep.
I got tons of comments.
Yep.
Somebody in the class right there, real people. So, I mean,
listen,
for self.
They speak for itself, and like I said, I'm very happy I was able to get on here and just give back to the people and give the game to the folks. So y'all heard it here first. Whether you're tuning into Box Truck Shorty's masterclass, whether it's the replay, whether it's the ebooks, all the resources he provides are tried and true. You have people that are on this call right now that have already gone through the masterclasses and gone through the programs that have already had success that I can vouch for them. So if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all tap into that. And for the people that are from Box Truck Shorty's audience that are coming over who know me for the first time, that learn how to clean their credit, because I taught y'all how to clean your credit using the consumer law. I taught y'all how to structure your business for less than $300 to get access to $50,000 in funding guaranteed. And I gave y'all 4 resources you could start using tonight for pennies on a dollar to go ahead and find banks in your area. I don't care if you're Alabama, Texas, Mississippi, Colorado, Chicago, doesn't matter. I gave it away.
Yeah,
so
you gave it back, but no bars, man, no bars.
I ain't giving no fluff and say, well, you got to, no, none of that. I gave it all away.
Yeah.
So for anyone on here now, if you guys are interested in learning more about box trucking, make sure y'all tap on my guy, Box Truck Shorty, with his masterclass, any of his ebooks and any of his programs that he offers. And for anyone that's interested in learning more about personal credit or business funding, different ways that they can maximize their funding strategies, y'all are going to comment the word win. Once you guys comment the word win, I'm going to personally send you a DM during this live stream that's going to send you a link to a private community that I've created where the information I gave on here is literally a fraction of what we talk about in there. So this is my first time telling you this, Jabbar. In this community, what we're doing, we're literally throwing the kitchen sink at them. Every week, we're meeting with them twice a week to answer questions about personal credit and business credit for an hour for each class. We're providing them an unreleased credit restoration AI software so they don't have to send out the letters on their own. We're going to give them a software inside of the community that they can use to start restoring their credit that uses Metro 2 consumer law and factual basis computing. We do monthly masterminds where we bring in high-level entrepreneurs like you to come in every single month and teach them how they can use those resources about personal credit and business credit to invest in industries to create residual income. They get monthly business coaching calls with me where I don't just talk about personal credit and business credit. I teach them actual growth strategies that they can use to invest into their business. And we have a community manager that oversees the community. He's a financial consultant with over 10 years of experience that's available to them every single day except Sundays to answer any questions that they have about their personal credit or business credit journey. And we give them all this for just $27 a month. It's not $1,000 a year. It's not $15,000. It's $20. So that means for 90 cents a day, you will not have to pay for another mentorship, another mastermind, and none of that. We literally throw the kitchen sink at y'all. All you have to do is comment the word win and I will send you a link so that you can be on the other side of success of this community. I don't know about you. I've never seen somebody give away that much value for $20 a month.
Yeah, you gave it all up.
Listen, and for anybody who knows me, y'all know that I have a YouTube channel of over 83,000 subscribers inside this community as well. I also provide y'all my unreleased YouTube mastery course where I teach y'all how I was able to turn a YouTube channel of over 80,000 subscribers to become a customer generating magnet for my business, so that once y'all invest in the box trucking space, you now know how to create content that convert to coins for your business. Like, I'm literally giving it away, y'all. Literally giving it away. And it's only $27 a month. So if you appreciated the value that we provided on here, and you want to learn more about how you can master personal credit and business credit, all you're going to do is comment the word win if you haven't already, and I will personally DM you a link so that you can get inside of this community. For anyone that's coming in here late, this live will be saved on my feed, and it's also going to be saved on Box Truck Shorty's feed. Do you have any part of words that you want to say with them before we get up on out of here, boss?
No, sir, man. It was a real good live. Thank you for coming on, man, and educating box heads on this business credit. Like I said, I get a ton of questions about it, man. I'm not super familiar with it. So I really appreciate you coming on here and dropping your gems on it.
Listen, I know you have multi-million-dollar contracts to be signing, so I appreciate your time, brother. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everyone that came on here. As always, family, the live is going to be shared. It'll be on my page in a couple minutes. It'll be on Box Truck Shorty's page whenever he decides to post it. For everyone that tuned in, I hope y'all received an immense amount of value. As always, y'all, my name is Bar Francois. That is my guy, Box Truck Shorty, a.k.a. Mr. Jabbar Williams. Y'all have been good. We've been great. This has been amazing. Thank y'all, family. Have an amazing night. God bless. Peace.